BSG just cannot fix this PvE bug. The no AI bug is back, as I thought it may possibly be. It was patched with the recent hotfix which came with the new event, and of course one of you has managed to actually find out how to turn them off again, or at least turn off every single PMC and every single boss within the game so that it is only the scavs, and you can make them even easy mode so that they literally just don't hit you. So with that being said, let's have a look. And of course, if you are doing the new event and you're struggling to be able to complete the lighthouse event where you have to go round all of the different lighthouse buildings, then this should be the best way that you can possibly do that right now. There's also something that you can do in order to complete the first quest, which is the one that I'm currently on. I haven't done a huge amount of raids since they introduced the new task system for the actual import control, which is the first in the arms race quest, which of course requires you to get Western scav weapons by eliminating scavs on factory. And so we're going to do that and kind of at least load into a raid so you can see exactly what we're on about. So starting off, you need to click on your PMC. It requires a couple of extra steps to the previous one because of course BSG just not seemingly thinking about the other alternatives. Eventually it will end up that people are going, well, BSG will just see all of these and eventually get rid of them all. Right, so how do you actually do it? Well, you click on your PMC, you go next, you pick a random map that you're not going to be using. So for me, customs, we go next again, we enable the practice mode, go to your game settings, and then you turn off the bosses and then make your changes to your difficulty. So we'll just click easy for now. You can change the AI amount, but you can't turn it to none. There will always be scavs in your raid, so you want to make sure that you're putting it on low, medium, high, or horde. Either one, it won't really matter. And then what we do is we click X and then you back out twice so that you can come to your scav. Go into your scav, click next again so that you're in the confirmation screen, and then we back out twice because of course BSG not realizing that this was going to be a problem. And then what we do is we go into next, we disable the practice mode, back out once again, and then we go onto factory and then we ready up. It should take a pretty quick amount of time. I mean, we're going to be tagged and cursed because we haven't got any body armor or a rig on. But yeah, it should be fairly bog standard. There is not going to be any AI other than the scavs, and they should be fairly easy to take out. Now you can farm to your heart's content with at least only scavs in your raids so far. So there shouldn't be Tagilla, there will only be the scavs in our game. And so we'll just do a bit of a run around, see if we can hear any voice lines of any of the scavs that will be milling about. And of course you can complete the new and latest quest line super easy if you want to. There will be a video which isn't going to be one that requires you to do this, it's just going to be a normal raid that we'll do. But I thought I'd include this either way. You can see there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of stuff rolling around in this raid. And of course we are on our own by the looks of it. I don't know whether that is just a glitch or not, but we've turned it to easy and seemingly no AI really spawning, which is always good. So maybe the no AI is actually back, apparently, at least from this raid anyway, unless we just haven't seemingly found a scav yet. But either way, we can go in, we can loot the safe, you can get all your gear, and will show me extracting in a second. We're just going to go straight out of the raid, and then we'll look in the jackets, as these can spawn some decent keys, obviously, if you really wanted to loot. But for me, I'm really only ever going to do this if I had a horrible task, and even then, most of the time, it's not really worth it. But hopefully BSG will go ahead and patch some of these because they are a bit annoying, at least for gameplay experience, and the fact that, you know, it isn't an actual intended change that BSG wanted to do. So from that standpoint, I'm hoping they'll fix it, but maybe they'll give us the option later on down the line to actually be able to do this just as a normal player and not having to do it as part of a kind of broken or exploity buggy thing, and hopefully BSG will patch it. So there we go, the first scav. We can line up a little headshot and there you go, one down. Complete the next bit of our import control, we find ourselves our first weapon or second weapon that we've actually got. And of course you can grab out all of the gear if you really wanted to. You can see he's got some pretty decent ammunition, hopefully. At least that's what we're hoping. M856, it is trash, but either way, we get our first scav within the raid, and you can see there's literally no one else knocking about in this raid, not even any real amount of scavs, so you really just want to make sure that you're just taking out as many as you can and hoping to find ones that do have a pretty bad gun. Obviously the guns that you're picking up off a lot of these are not particularly great, so we can loot up that. And we want to check his back. We got a Dorm's 214 key, nothing spectacular, and we'll grab out some ammo just in case we meet another scav on our way to the extract. And we'll run this gun as opposed to the broken one that we've actually got in the raid. But yeah, let's make sure that we have actually got some ammo. And whether or not the scav spawns are just lower on factory right now, I'm not entirely sure. But it seems like there's literally no one. So maybe turning it up to horde mode might be the play if you're wanting to get the most out of your raids. But of course, BSG just cannot seem to fix this. I do not know why there is not more playtests of how this actually works and how it will actually impact the game, that sort of stuff. When they do roll out a fix for a problem that they've obviously seen, yeah, it just keeps getting found out, and eventually they will all dry up and we'll end up with a normal game back again. But of course, for those of you wanting to have the lesser AI or just only scavs in your raids, that's how you can do it, and hopefully you'll see that we actually kept our items from that raid. So yeah, this should be a fairly self-explanatory video, but it's out there for you guys to use, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure to like it if you did, and of course subscribe down below if you want to see more videos about Escape from Tarkov's PVE mode and everything in between. So there you go, everything was kept. The AI bug is definitely still working within the game. So with that under the way, I will see you in the next video coming soon. Goodbye.